posting and thanking everybody on YouTube, everybody on Facebook, everybody on LinkedIn, everybody on IG, everybody on our mailing list, everybody Twitter that's following us. Shout out to all of you guys. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for me to be able to do what I am doing with the passion in which I love doing it in, because it truly is my passion. It's a talent to be able to do a couple of different things. And in the description, I tell you guys that everybody has a talent. Some people have multiple talents. Everybody has passions, whether it's sewing or I don't know too many. Sewing, knitting was like, my grandmama's thing, but it is a talent and oftentimes a passion. And just to tell you how to take those things to the bank. So right here is a check, right? It's from my passion and my talents, and I get a lot of them down through the year. Just doing what I love doing. It makes for a viable business. It makes for a great life, and it doesn't feel like work. And that's why I want to get all of you guys to the point that understanding that work does not have to be hard. Work does not have to be labor. You can take your passion, you can take the things that you are talented in and make money. Why? Because the world wants it. The world desires what you have. How do you know it? Think about it. How many books were written on a topic like love or getting things done or empowerment? Look out for my book entitled Empowerment, coming soon. And it comes from that person's perspective in life, and they sell thousands and tens of thousands and 5 copies of that book, and sometimes even in the millions. I mean, look at what Michelle Obama did in the first week of her book sales. Millions and millions of copies for people wanting to get her perspective on life and becoming. So it doesn't matter. Somebody has already done what you're doing. I mean, think of how many songs are made, right? Think of how many dances have been created, how many different airplanes there are, and different iterations of a variety of things. But it's your perspective. It's what you bring to the table that makes the difference, that makes people resonate with you. I get to speak all around the world. Yesterday, I was speaking at a college, and I was talking to a group of 21-year-olds and 18-year-olds, and one lady was even in her late 40s. And I get to inspire them by letting them know that you have a purpose, a passion, and a talent to give to the world. And you can definitely create, be a creative. Even if you are looking for employment and you work for a company, bring something to the table. That's what they're hiring. If you are a drone and doing exactly the job duties, then, I mean, we can get anyone to do that. You have to bring your unique self to the table. We had, when I worked for MCI, this program that if you create something, then you can get a bonus if the company decides to use it. One lady created 5 cents a minute, and I forget the name of the program. It was literally 20 years ago, but she was an instant millionaire. MCI worldwide used that 5 cents a minute, changed the market forever, and the long distance rate, even though we don't pay long distance anymore, or interstate costs, was immediately lowered all across the world to 5 cents a minute. And because she was creative, she was allowed to think outside the box. She was able to generate something new to the market and generate a very, very nice income from just her thoughts, just an idea. So think about the talents that you have. Think about the passion that you have for doing those things, and create a business. Create a business and learn how to scale it. And what do I mean by scaling? That means taking one thing like a book. You write it one time, you sell it over and over again. You can create a course. You can create it one time and you can sell it over and over again. If you have a song, it can stream millions and millions of times, right? And you don't have to be a known artist these days. I get to speak and perform at this event coming up in April that is for individuals with disabilities and the performing arts. And it's amazing that you get to be, no matter the disability, creative. What if you could sing? You could write songs. You can write songs for other people. You can create websites. And I'm going to come up with 15 ways to make money in 2019 that you guys can utilize. And out of those, some things should resonate. And some of those things should be the things that you're able to do to generate an income, because it really is about the check. It's about helping people. If you help enough people get what you want or what they want, you always have what you want. And that's stood the test of time for me. I help thousands of people all around the world. And for that, I'm not lacking for anything. And you're able to take and sell those things. You know, no money is made unless something is sold. Think about it. Even the rocks, right? Rocks. Well, rocks make gravel, and rocks makes walls, and rocks makes coffee mugs, and, you know, just whatever that person created, cement, all of that great stuff. And so, you know, even with a screw, I mean, the screw is for chairs and tables and cabinets. And I mean, there's a billionaire out there that sells screws. I was at the Bentley dealership looking at the Flying Spur and the Musan, and one of the guys that just brought a Bentley in Africa literally sold gravel for a living, but he was a multi-billionaire. I mean, think about Ron Klein, a friend of mine, that created the strip on the back of the credit card. Or what about the person that invented the check? This thing right here that I'm about to take to the bank as soon as I finish this video is something that somebody created. It's a piece of paper that slides through a machine where numbers are read off and calculated and deposited into your account. Somebody created that. It was a thought. They didn't even have to create the whole thing. They just came up with an idea, found the right people, which is key. You know, 5 years from now, you would be doing the same thing, except for the books that you read and the people that you meet, the relationships that you build with people, and the books that you read. Read books, The Power of Habit, Speak Like a CEO, Who Moved My Cheese. All of those books have principles in it that will help you grow and go to where you want to be. No longer is the disability your limiting factor in life. No longer. I don't even want to, I'm disabled. So freaking what? It doesn't matter, right? I've overcome so many obstacles that had zero to do with because I'm blind, or because I'm black, or because I'm short, or because I'm bald headed, or because the man is keeping me down. No man is keeping you down. When you wake up in the morning, there's no man sitting there saying, hey, stay down. It just isn't. And once we overcome that, once we realize that, then we're able to go and grow to the people that we want to be. So listen, take your talents to the bank. Now, technology is amazing at this particular moment in life. It's not going backwards. Everything is going to be accessible. Look at the Amazon ecosystem. Look at the Apple ecosystem. Look at the Google ecosystem. Look at the Windows ecosystem. Look at the third-party things like Ring Doorbell and the Nest thermostat and door locks and things that are automated like your lights and all of those things, your smart switches, your Amazon Fire Stick, your Amazon tablets, your Google Wear. All of this stuff is accessible to the blind. IT is now information, technology. That's all it is. You can Google and YouTube just about anything that you want. I just purchased the air fryer the other day. I'm able to take that air fryer, cook healthy meals, and it's all accessible, right? And no, it doesn't talk, but I mean, the buttons are labeled and self-explanatory. You get somebody to tell you what the buttons say and how they work, and there you go, training. So listen, I'm about to release in a couple of months a certification program for all of those technologies that I just named, Windows and Android and Apple, all of that great stuff. And it's online classes. And you're going to be able to learn all of this stuff so that the disabled portion is not a barrier. The technological portion is not a barrier. And then what are you left with? You are left with you, right? Because that's what it boils down to. When I practice my saxophone, yeah, I can get all the teaching in the world. I can buy all the gadgets. But if I don't practice it, if I don't improve myself, if I don't take in exactly what I need and take the time to master that device, I'll never get there. But yes, I need great coaching. By the way, literally $100 an hour. That person has taken their passion, turned it into a in-home and online teaching session that I pay for because I want to get better at my chosen passion and talent. And you can do the same thing. He's taking it to the bank. Here's a check right here. It's probably my 10th one in the year already that I just dropped on the floor, which means I have to go and find the check because I am blind. So listen, for real, let's change the world. Let's change the world together. Look out for my new microphone that'll be delivered today, and I no longer have to have this sitting in front of my face. And let's make it happen.